Hey guys, it's Candace Owens with PragerU, and today we are doing 10 things you don't know about me. Okay, first and foremost, number one, I'm a bit rusty, but I can speak Spanish pretty fluently. I went to Costa Rica and I enrolled in a program where I lived with a Costa Rican family. They spoke absolutely no English at all. So it was basically one of those situations where if I wanted to eat, I had to learn to say comida. Also attended school there for 8 hours a day, full immersion. So none of the teachers spoke any English and you just had to learn Spanish. So that's the story there. Number two, it always cracks me up when people say, Candace has never dated a black guy. Yes, I have dated a black guy. I've dated multiple black guys, but the fun fact is that I actually started my dating life on a strong Asian kick. My first boyfriend was Japanese and my second boyfriend was Filipino, and I was convinced that I was going to marry an Asian person. So when people say that I want to be white, my question is, have you ever considered that I want to be Asian? Number three, I am a handy woman. My dad was a plumber. We were poor, and my grandfather always worked with his hands, so I just know how to do anything around the house. I mean, literally, if there was a pipe that was leaking, I can cut a pipe for you and reroute it. I can do electrical work. I can totally install a chandelier for you. So I am one of those people that you give me a manual, I will figure out how to put it together because it saves money. You have no idea how much you're overpaying by not learning basic things around the house. Next up, I am obsessed with cats. I really love learning about the Egyptians who shaved their eyebrows when their house cats died. I would definitely shave my eyebrows if I lost my cat. I rescued a cat accidentally when I was in New York City. I was not looking to adopt a cat, but I was walking through Union Square, and there was this really bizarre Wiccan festival that I was trying to work my way through. And at the very end, they had this little truck that had barking dogs and meowing cats. And the person in front of the truck said, if you don't adopt them today, they're all going to be put down. And I looked at all of the boxes, and there was just one animal that was not meowing or barking, and it was a cat who was very dramatically hanging her head low because she had accepted the fact that she was going to be killed. And I went, that one. She is for me. She is still that dramatic today, and I love her so much. So there you go. Her name's Bear. Next up, I love fitness. I don't think people really get to see that side of me. I'm one of those people that will pick up any classes. I got super into Bikram yoga probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm just one of those people that has to work out every day. I think endorphins make you happy. I'm a happy person, and that is definitely rooted in my love for fitness. This next one people will be surprised about. I actually grew up dancing hip hop, so it makes me laugh so hard when all of my haters come at me and they're like, you don't know anything about the black community, you don't listen to black music. First thing I ever wanted to be in life was a rapper, and I'm very good at dancing hip hop, so challenge me on the dance floor. This is a surprising one, but I am really bad with technology. Like, however your grandma is, it is better than me. My iPhone is one of the things that surprises my husband the most. He is baffled how I became a social media star, and I do not know how to operate a phone. I hold it like this. I don't like updates. They drive me crazy. I get anxiety because I usually have just learned how to use the app, and then they want to update the app. So it's just not for me. I really do not like technology. This passion of mine is rooted in me watching a documentary about a random village that lives in Alaska, and they started exploring how violent and angry polar bears are. They're really mean. They are the only bears that actually actively hunt humans. And I don't know, that just really upsets me. So don't believe all of the climate change hype about polar bears. They are not struggling. There are a lot of them, and they want to kill you. They are evil. Listen to me. They're evil. It's true. It's true. Coca-Cola and Klondike did propaganda. Polar bears are evil. They're so mean. Everyone needs to research. I'm going to shoot a polar bear. I'm going to shoot a polar bear will be the title of my second book. Fun fact, I wanted to do an entire episode on how I want to shoot a polar bear, and I got voted down here at PragerU. So there you go. This next fact, I have never in my entire life had a piece of seafood. When I was about, I think 8 years old, maybe 7 years old, my dad was always deathly allergic. One day he accidentally bit into a piece of crab. It was chicken, which was stuffed with crab. And he was actually on a boat and he went into a coma. They thought he was going to die because they couldn't get a helicopter to him fast enough. He was in a coma for a couple of weeks. And because I take on all of his allergies, they swept me away and tested me for virtually everything. And seafood came back as some stuff that I was slightly allergic to. And they said to my mom at the time, you know, if she wants to try seafood, she should do it in the hospital or in a safe environment. And I thought to myself, my dad's in a coma. No, thank you. I have no desire to try it. Didn't grow up with it in my house, so it is not something I have ever had. This last thing is totally weird, but I am obsessed with breakfast. It is just my favorite point in the day. I will never skip breakfast. That definitely comes from my grandfather. He used to make us big Southern breakfasts every single morning in my household with bacon and eggs and grits and biscuits and pancakes. I do not know why I am not clinically obese, but I have adapted that personality. When I wake up, breakfast is my favorite thing. I actually have a breakfast dance that I do and that I get my husband to do with me sometimes. I'm like, yes, it's breakfast time. And then I do a little dance, then I go downstairs, and right now my kick is an omelet. I make a fantastic omelet, and it is just, I think your day starts so much better if you just make the time to sit down and have a full breakfast.